Maximus analysis here for 3:55, 5 minutes before the close on November 11th, and we can see that they have given a small little buy signal, but then completely reversed going into the day. Now it's going to be light volume due to Veterans Day, but you can see I had 2080. I think I put out 2082. 25, and I also have 2070 75. So we're right there right now, and we want to see how this one, where they're going to go. Now to give perspective, let's look at like a 30-minute, and again for intraday guys, you could kind of say, okay, this is what we have going on here. I could put it, just draw a couple levels of fibs. Let me just get right here. Let me draw some fibs here, and you could see exactly where they touched our typical 50% of the range. And now if they continue to the downside, they can see 2058. Now they need to hold about that 2053 area, or they're just going to flush down to 2040. But we'll see what happens overnight in the overnight session. But they didn't really pop up a lot of things. Now they did pop up a couple names which we'll go over, but quickly let's just look at the indexes. And again, this time frame is key regarding what you're looking at. So this is more for an intraday trade, and those that are trading swing trades, you would just say, listen, at the end of the day, this is just a retracement for more upside potential. It all depends. If you're day trading, yes, this is just something to look at. Now if you're swing trading, you want them to hold this low of 2051 right there, which is this low, and they pretty much touched this midpoint came. So we'll see again based on the price action if this is a false breakout above this level, or is it gonna roll back below. Now you have the 200-day moving average around 2058 as well, so just keep that in mind. You got the YM. Again, same thing, given that same type of price pattern, but they could get all the way up to 18,000 if they do the full measured move from the October lows. You also have the NQ, which doesn't look that bad. Again, it's the same type of deal. Let's look at the 30-minute, kind of give us some perspective here and see where we are in the trend. So you can see they hit the 200-day moving average, and then they roll below. So again, they have to hold these lows overnight of 4620 and eventually 4600. So we want to see if they're going to hold that or continue to the downside. You have the IWM pretty much gave up the goods today. Didn't get that follow through that I was kind of expecting, because it's kind of in no man's land, being that this 50% of the range hit it once and came. Now we want to see if they're going to hold yesterday's low, and if they're going to have some volume to pop out. So we'll see how this one plays out and goes from there. Crude continued to wash out down about $1.22 today, around that, basically tapping that 42.79 area that I've been talking about. So remember the levels that I have for you guys is 44.44, 42.79 was what I had. So 42.79 is right there. So we have 44.44 right here, and with the one above is 46.12. So keep those in mind when we're looking at things. The daily, we got Tesla kind of came back again. It looked like it was going to be dropping down, but it did not. So we also have Apple as well. That is, we kind of just want to see if this is going to hold, because again, it needs to start to pull back, because we have this area right here, this area of resistance. Now this weekly candle again doesn't close until Friday, so if they ramp it back up, it's just for more upside potential. But right here, it's in a weaker type of thing, and it's bucking its head up against resistance. So we'll see how this one plays out. Who else do we have? We have Amazon looking good. That was one of the great names for today. It moved up pretty nicely. You had Google also give you up prints as well. Not that much volume, but expecting that. And you had Priceline just dead cat bounce. Quite honestly, no volume whatsoever. So you really want to see how this one plays out. They just closed. And they broke below that 2070 area. So we really want to see what happens overnight and see who's going to lead and go from there. You had Twitter kind of just continuing its downward movement. Very odd price action, but again, came here, gave the lower high, and continued to the downside. Would be looking to peel some off, or at least. You have LinkedIn, did not give the buy signal that I said that, and again, when it does, if it hits above this, it should squeeze. It should move very, very quickly based on this price pattern, but hasn't as yet. So we'll just continue to look at it. You have FIT down $1. So we finally see that it looks like it's broken and should be going down to these previous highs in the very previous lows, in this very near future. So we'll just continue to watch these names. And again, you have Facebook. Look, it was up $1. Again, anemic volume, but that's fine. Nothing crazy at all. And that's pretty much about it. Again, you have kind of no man's land, so we'll see where they continue to go. Right now, they're still moving down. And if we look at a 15-minute, you can kind of really see where they're going from here. And again, they need to hold these lows. You have a lot of these lows in place right here, right now, and we want to see how they look. So we want this area, this little band of 2065 to hold definitely, and then basically 2062, and then we'll see what happens. So again, not really holding anything overnight, and we'll see what happens and go from there. So take care, and that's it.